What's going on? It's your boy Connor Conflict back 4th day in a row. Four. I mean, you might as well give me the Nobel Peace Prize at this point. Let's be real. I don't even know if I've ever done this before. Literally, I think the only time I've ever done four in a row was when I did my card videos and I was on a real heater, so I kept it going. But look what happens when I have time, right? So shout COVID for giving me the ability to make videos. So this video, as you can tell by the title, breaking down Doug Pederson's fit to the Dolphins and what it would look like. I feel like Doug Pederson appears to be the fan favorite for the job. I would honestly say I think the betting favorite is technically Dayball, but I really do think Doug Pederson's also the betting favorite based off what the front office is looking for. So I feel like this is the most likely candidate, which is why I'm doing him first. These are the kind of videos I'm going to be dropping until we hire a coach or the list becomes more narrow, because I don't know what else to do. If you have suggestions, feel free to comment down below or hit me up on Twitter. So without further ado, Doug Pederson, we all obviously know him from his Super Bowl run with the Eagles and his stint there. Obviously, if you win a Super Bowl as a head coach, you got to be doing something right. But he also got fired, so I'm going to get into that here. So we're going to start before Eagles Doug Pederson. Obviously, if you guys are not aware, he was a quarterback in the league. I think not necessarily drafted, but signed as UDFA with the Dolphins. I don't know the specifics, but he was definitely came into the league as a Dolphin for a year. I think we cut him. Also came back in 1995. So he's probably had a relationship with Marino, if we had to guess, considering he was on the team. But then starting his coaching career, I think he was somewhere before the league, but in the league, started with the Eagles under Andy Reid. And then when Andy Reid got canned in Philly, he followed him to the Chiefs as OC. He was OC there until 2015. I think the Chiefs started 1-4, so then Andy Reid gave play calling duties to Pederson, and they went on a run. The offense was pretty good. I think I looked up. It was definitely top 10 in offense. And if you look at the roster that he had, wasn't too talented. Obviously, Travis Kelce's a stud. The line was okay. They had Jeremy Maclin, Albert Wilson, so someone actually who might get re-signed if we bring Doug Pederson back. It wasn't. Chandendrick West was, I think, their lead back, so it wasn't a too talented of group, and they did pretty well. So his stint there as the play caller earned him the job with the Eagles. They went on his first year to draft Carson Wentz. They had an up and down year. I think they finished 7-9 from what I researched. The following year was the year that we all remember him from, the Super Bowl year. Carson Wentz, second year in the league, which honestly it was a surprise to me. I thought their Super Bowl was year 3. I didn't know it was year 2. So obviously that team was very good. I mean, it was a well-structured team. Everything was clicking. Wentz was having an MVP season until he got hurt. And the defense was very good as well. I mean, the offense specifically, which is something to look forward to with him, I feel like Frank Reich's been getting a lot of credit, especially with his success with the Colts, but I don't think it's something to take away from him. But being able to lead a team, especially with the backup quarterback, to a Super Bowl win, I don't think that's nothing to snuff over. So, once again, winning a Super Bowl, definitely not easy, so he definitely deserves props for that, and it's something to especially look forward to. So then 2018, up and down season, injuries, but they had a strong second half of the season, made it to the playoffs. I think that was the Cody Parkey year. Cody Parkey with the double doink, they advanced, lose to the Saints. Following year, once again, up and down with injuries. Strong second half, make the playoffs, lose in the first round. And then 2020, his final year before getting fired. Injury plagued, and they have a bad season where they go 4-12. There's a lot of controversy with Carson Wentz getting benched, and then Jalen Hurts, final season, he benched him. A lot of animosity in the locker room and stuff, so it wasn't good. I would probably say it seemed like he might have lost the locker room. Who knows, though? So why he got fired, I did I didn't do crazy research, but just from my surface level view, a lot going on, obviously, especially with the whole Wentz controversy and then the Hurst controversy. But it also just seemed to come down to a power struggle between him and Howie Roseman and ownership. Something like Howie Roseman told him, basically forced him to fire the OC the year prior, which he didn't like. And from that point going forward, he was like, didn't really like the relationship. And basically management was trying to tell him to do with the coaching staff, which in my opinion, like I feel like there should be maybe some input. But at the end of the day, I feel like a coaching staff comes down to the coaches. Like I feel like they should kind of have the biggest say in who they hire like on a day-to-day level to coach with. So and it seemed like a mutual departure. Like it seemed like they could have made it work if they really wanted to, but they just kind of wanted to go their own separate ways. So yeah, honestly, like you look at it from like a wide view. So 5 seasons, 3 of the 5 seasons he's in the playoffs. The one season was his first year taking over with a rookie quarterback. And then the 5th year they had injuries and there was QB controversy. So I think his experience as a head coach actually seems to be pretty good. I mean, the Dolphins haven't been to the playoffs since Gase, and that's the last time. So if you told a Dolphins fan would be in the playoffs 3 every 5 years, you'd be very happy. So I think his experience is very good. Especially with Greer. Greer's more of a hands-off kind of guy. Like he wants to give the coach what they want. So I think you saw that with Flores. I feel like Flores had almost too much control, which is what led to the demise, unfortunately. So I think he fits in well. The reason for his firing is nothing too dramatic. The ending with Wentz, that's a little concerning. But in terms of the power struggle, I feel like that honestly falls on the GM. So what he brings to the Dolphins, brings an offense that can be very good. Obviously, like I said, the offensive success in 2017, a lot of the credit's been going to Frank Reich, at least from what I see from people and the people I talk to, which rightfully so. He was the OC. But I don't think, obviously, he called plays for Reed in 2015. Obviously, I don't know if he'd be calling plays for the Dolphins, but he's obviously a good offensive mind. Like, he's a former quarterback. He's called plays. He's learned under Andy Reid. His offenses with the Eagles were pretty solid, although the defense was very good as well. And the thing with his offense as well is that the RPO game's pretty prevalent, which, as we all know, as Dolphins fans, Tua is very good with RPO. So it kind of, us bringing in Doug Pederson is a tell that we'll probably be building with Tua. Not necessarily, obviously, not just if Tua's good at RPOs and our coach is good with RPOs doesn't mean that it'll work, but it seems likely that us bringing in Pederson is an indicator we're rocking with Tua. And I think he's able to maximize the talent he has offensively. Just that was a broad statement I made just from the 2015 team, which I feel like it lacked talent, and he was able to do a lot of good stuff with them. Granted, he had Andy Reid to assist them, but I think he did a good job. I'm struggling to think back to some of those Eagles offenses. I feel like they always had a good offensive line, which helps. Dolphins don't have. The receivers were never great. At their Super Bowl year, they had Alshon and... I'm trying to think. Let me do a quick Google. Fluff, 2017 Eagles. I'm just trying to look at their roster. I'm forget. But like I don't remember it being like overly talented. Like LeGarrette Blount, Corey Clement, J.J. Like they're not bad guys, but they're not like tremendous receivers. Let's see. They're the top receivers. Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, Torrey Smith, Trey Burton, Mac Hollins, Dolphin legend. Let's go. Hopefully, if we bring in fucking Pederson, that means Mac Hollins gotta be fan favorite. One of my favorite players of all time, dude. I love Mac Hollins. Hopefully, he'll be back. So, as you can see, the coaching set or the offense that he had to work with, once again, tremendous offensive line, so that helps a lot. But in terms of the skill positions, nothing ridiculous. So I think he does a good job maximizing the talent he has in that group. So He's a proven talent at the head coaching job, and also he's shown a good ability to build a good staff, which is important. Something Flores lacked in terms of the offensive side of the ball. Frank Reich he brought in turned out to be a great head coach. I'm not sure about any other specific coordinators or whatever that went on for jobs, but I think he'll be able to build a good staff. He'll be able to implement a good offense to see Tua develop in. So overall, I think he'd be a good hire. I think he's the guy the Dolphins are legitimately looking for in terms of experience and offensive minded to help work with Tua. So honestly, like I said before, he's a fan favorite. I think he's probably the favorite to win the job. He might be my favorite candidate. It's between him, Dave Ball, Mike McDaniel's up there now. So like I said, I intend to make these style videos for the top candidates that seem like they could get the job. Comment down below who you want to see next. I'm thinking Dave Ball, could be McDaniel. If you have someone else in mind, feel free to comment down below. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want. Like the video. Hit me up on Twitter if you would like. But until hopefully tomorrow, I'll catch y'all. So appreciate you for watching.